Hey friends, welcome to Building a Hopeful Homestead. My name is Vanessa. Today I will be showing you in this video a bunch of recipes that I've cooked for my family over the last couple of days. I am also going to be tackling a few projects that have been sitting around for a few weeks in my kitchen. I hope you hang out with me and stick around to see what I'm up to. So you want peanut butter with your apple slices?
Yeah. They're not going to be on the apple slice.
No, I'll put it next to it.
We put it next to it?
Yeah, let me get it. This is Henry's breakfast. He's having apple slices and 2 different kinds of peanut butter. That's what he asked for and what he wanted. And the other kids had dried fruit this morning before they went to school. Today for lunch I am making homemade cold kimchi noodles. These are soma noodles. I have my water boiling. It's got a little bit of sesame oil in it and some cardamom sea salt. And I have my cucumber kimchi over here, which I need to use up. That's why I'm making these. And my leftover bibimbap sauce from making bibimbap a couple of days ago. These noodles are really quick to cook. It only takes about 4 minutes, and I'm going to drain them and rinse them in cold water. I'll place them into the bowl. I will put the kimchi in there and put this in there, and I'll stir it up and it will be delicious. I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is in all its glory. The cucumber kimchi, the bibimbap sauce, toasted white sesame seeds, and the noodles are underneath. Good morning, friends. Last night I did not get to take a video. I made cornbread waffles and we had leftover white chicken chili. Here's the cornbread waffles. I am making a clementine cake this morning, and I am candying some oranges to layer on top of it and put a glaze on it. And I will put the rest of these on a rack after I coat them in sugar and let them dry for a couple of days. My family really enjoys that treat around this time of year. I got the little one some cornbread waffle, and I put some spaghetti sauce and cheese on it, and that's what he's eating for lunch today. He had breakfast of the dried fruit earlier, so that's what's been going on this morning. Just a really productive morning. I didn't film making the cake because it was a new recipe and I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, so we'll see. If it works out really well, I'll make it again sometime and I'll post the recipe. This is the orange syrup that I made by candying those oranges. This is the clementine cake, and I used candied orange peel on top to decorate, and I mixed some powdered sugar with this orange syrup and I put it on top after I brushed the top with the orange syrup. These are the candied orange peels. I have little girl here helping me cover them with sugar and then put them on to drying racks. They'll sit here for 3 or 4 days to get hardened up and dehydrate a little bit, and then we'll put them into a storage container and enjoy them over the next month or so. Hi friends, so it's the end of the day. It is Thursday. I did not take much video today. I made a cake, I candied orange peels, and I made a simple syrup while I was doing that. And that was the extent of my cooking today. I was not feeling well today, so I did not record my meals that I made for us, and it was just a leftover day. So for lunch, my husband and I had leftover scrambled eggs, mushrooms, and rice with cucumber kimchi, and we used all the cucumber kimchi and the rice and the leftover scrambled eggs and mushrooms, so that was wonderful. And for dinner, my daughter had the New Year's Eve soup, and the rest of us had pizza beans, and we also finished off the quiche that we had in the refrigerator still from our trip to see my parents the other day. So I just wanted to check in and let you guys know what was going on today. We did have cake at the end of the day. I will share that recipe for that cake in the coming weeks. That cake was super delicious, and I will write it down on a recipe card because it's going to be an every year cake. We always have a lot of orange peels left over at Christmas because I do fruit platters and stuff. So I will make sure to do that in the future with those orange peels, candy them, make the simple syrup, and we always have clementines, or it's a Satsuma orange that we get from Wegmans every year. Sometimes we have leftovers of those this time of year, so I went ahead and used those to make that orange cake today. And then I brushed the simple syrup that I made while candying the orange peels onto the cake, and I made the orange glaze for the top of the cake with that, and then I put candied orange peels on top, which was just so good. So I'll definitely share that recipe with you in the coming weeks, and I hope it's a staple in your family this time of year as well. Oranges are a huge part of our Christmases. My grandparents always ordered a huge box of oranges every year when I was growing up at their house. I used to live with them, and because of that, I have a thing for oranges at Christmas. So for the past couple of years, I have candied orange peels, and we've eaten the fruit, and this was the first year I've made a cake with oranges, so that was fun. It was the most moist cake I've ever had in my life, and it wasn't dense. It was perfect, so definitely repeat. But I just wanted to let you know what was up with today. Tomorrow is Friday, and hopefully we will either finish off the leftovers tomorrow, or I might cook something new. It just depends. So I will catch up with you guys another day. For breakfast today, little man is having these teeny little frozen waffles, and I'm going to put some honey on them whenever it comes to the bottom of the can. In this pan I have some natto, getting ready to saute. The heat's coming up right now. I do like natto by itself with the little sauce packet it comes with, or without. Today I'm just sauteing it in there. I have my whole wheat low carb tortilla right here, and I'm going to cook these egg whites and these scallion onions together in the skillet. Put all of it on that with the natto, and then top it with the rest of this Parmesan cheese here. And that's breakfast, which is actually lunch. Henry had a first breakfast at a normal time of the day because he was down here with his father. I was up doing YouTube work upstairs, so this is my first meal of the day. On the tortilla now, I just really wanted to tell you guys something. I hadn't really thought about this, but this is the meal without the tortilla that I ate almost every day for breakfast while I was losing that 35 pounds last year. I would have natto with some scrambled egg whites and a vegetable and some red pepper flakes on it, and maybe some everything bagel seasoning in it to give it some more flavor. The natto gives it like a cheesy flavor. That's why I like to add that. But today, like, I skipped breakfast. I've been fasting until it's 12:30 now. I'm really hungry, so I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese and this low carb tortilla just to make it feel more substantial because I'm starving right now. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It really worked for me. Not a lot of things worked for me, so I had to really figure out how to cook for myself to help myself lose that weight, and I'm trying to lose more weight again. I never gained that back, so I'm still down, but I'm trying to lose, like another 35 pounds now. So that's why I'm doing the fasting and eating healthier. I just wanted to show you guys that little recipe that I used. My tortilla broke. I overfilled it, plus it was a little bit stale from somebody not closing the bag all the way, but that's okay. That's what the pantry challenge is about. Using up all those little bits and bobs that aren't bad yet but are about to go bad. And I have another one here, and then I have a lavash. I'm going to make a little pizza with that either today or tomorrow. It'll be a really nice little dinner or meal to have during this challenge. I just went shopping in my deep freeze for some meal prep for the next week or two, and this is what I came upstairs with. I went downstairs with a list with what, four items on it. I came back with all of this stuff. We have ground turkey. These are chicken thighs. I was thinking about making a curry or some soup with that. There's chicken so versatile, like I can make anything with that really. We have some Korean potato noodles. I can make a Korean dish with that. I have the black bean sauce in here somewhere. It's right here. Or I can use it to make some kind of a nice light soup. Or not light, but a nice soup that'll make you feel like you're full kind of thing. Because when you put these noodles into a soup, it kind of makes it thicker because of the flour on it. These are some bean and cheese burritos I had down there. My son really likes these kind of things, so I try to keep these in the house for him, especially during things like this. This I've had for like 4 months though, so I'm just using what we have down there. This is a chicken breast from a long time ago. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I will investigate it after I unthaw it and see what it looks like. These are some chicken breast tenderloins that I have. All my chickens in here right there. I brought up some salmon that I can have for, that's the perfect portion for myself and my 3 kids to eat some while their father is at work. If their father is at home, I make a whole slab of salmon. But since it's just going to be us, I'm going to make that. This is another thing of ground turkey. I'm going to use this to make a turkey loaf, a stuffing loaf. It's really delicious. My kids like it, so that'll be a fun recipe to make during this challenge. I have these down there. I used to make like Salisbury steak dinner with these, so while their daddy's at work, I'm going to make that because he doesn't really like to eat meatless products. So yeah, I don't have a lot of that kind of stuff anymore, but what I do have I'll be using during this challenge. I do really like the taste of this. Not sure I like how I feel after I eat it, because I tend to feel bloated and like my blood pressure is a little bit high. So it says it's vegan and there's no saturated fat in it. It must be, so there's a lot of sodium in it, but I also serve it with like gravy and mashed potatoes or instant mashed potatoes and peas, so that might be the culprit as well. I brought up some frozen blueberries for some protein shakes and smoothies. I have a lot of frozen fruit down there we need to use. And then the last thing I brought is a convenience item, a little like egg bite thing. I can heat this up for myself one morning if I just need a quick snack before running out the door in the morning and I don't have time for breakfast, if I really want to do that, or I can make it for Henry. So this is the stuff I brought up, and I will be putting it into this freezer. Wish me luck. Yes, I fit it all in. Now my upstairs freezer is full again. I did have chicken up here still, but it was Italian chicken and we just had that the other night. So I wanted to bring up some plain chicken, and it's easier for me to make meals and not get discouraged when I already have my ingredients up here. So that's why I go shopping in my deep freeze and bring it up in a large amount so that I don't have to go back down there for a couple of days, maybe even 2 weeks. I could probably go 2 or 3 weeks with what's in my refrigerator and my freezer right now. So the next time I go down there, hopefully this will be mostly empty and this will be almost entirely empty. Tonight is the night of January 6th, and I did a few videos today and moved some things from downstairs to upstairs, from the deep freeze to the freezer. And tonight's dinner is on the stove. Let me show you what it is. My youngest is not feeling well, so I am making this canned chicken noodle soup. I added some pepper to it. And this is a crescent pizza crust pastry that I had left over from Christmas. And this is the spinach and artichoke dip with Parmesan from Costco. I need to use that up because it's also from Christmas time. And I just put it in here. I'm going to fold this over and make a little puff pastry thing that's sectioned off for my kids to have a little something more substantial with their soup tonight. Christmas, I made one of these for an appetizer, and I made it look like a tree, like a Christmas tree. But tonight it's a lazy night because we have a sick kid in the house, so I made it into just 4 little pockets, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Tonight we're probably going to have the rest of this orange cake. Turned out really nice. It's got a really nice yellowy orangey color. You can't really see it in the video though. And these are the candied orange peels that are drying over here. And yeah, I know my table is covered in sugar. I will get to that after these finish drying and clean that up. Okay, so this is dinner tonight. The pastry got a little bit overcooked, but it'll be just fine. I'm having some Progresso chicken and gumbo soup instead because it's what appealed to me tonight. And the leftovers will be given to the people who are sick in the next couple of days, if there are any leftovers. It will be delicious. They came out as perfect little pockets. Super easy addition to the dinner. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate that you took the time out of your day to watch what I posted. I hope you enjoyed the recipes, and in the next video I am going to show you how I make kimchi stew and how I make rice. I know rice is a simple thing to make, but I'm really particular about how I cook my rice, so I will do that, and I hope you guys will come hang out with me while I show you that. I will also tackle a few projects that have been just hanging around in the kitchen for a couple of months, so I look forward to hanging out with you while I do that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.